And we're live. I am so excited that you guys are joining me today. Thank you so much. I am here with Matt Di Bara, and he is a fourth generation Mason. And oh my goodness, let me tell you, their company has been in business for over 100 years. Imagine all the years of all the wisdom drifting down into Matt, who's now the owner of Di Bara Masonry. And I've got him on the show today, and he's going to share with us some reality tips on what we do with all the extra stuff that is left over after you finish a home renovation project. So today we're going to be talking about the stuff that Matt is really aware of, which is going to be all the extra pavers and paver stones. And if you have extra debris and how we clean up the dust and all the stuff that everybody asks. And we're like, oh my gosh, what do we do with all this stuff? And oddly enough, a lot of people don't do anything with it because they don't know what to do. So Matt is here today and I'm super excited. So please help me welcome Matt Di Bara. Hey, Matt.
Thank you so much for having me. This is going to be a blast. I'm really looking forward to it.
So what are some of the misconceptions that people have about the debris that is left behind from home construction projects?
Well, I think the big ones fall around dust. One of the big ones is like it'll just settle and I'll clean it. And you touched on that. We got a call once where it was a high school basketball gym and they were cutting out some of the blocks and they didn't have the right vacuum attachments. I guess the bag had like slipped off or the HEPA filter and it was just shooting the dust out. And we got a call to clean that. And it was like you said, the dust was everywhere. So I think there's a big misconception around dust. And then the other one we see a lot is with things that leach. If you're dealing with oils or stains, or if you're dealing with drywall mud, things that leave shadows. We see it a lot with like drywall mud. It's messy, it's everywhere, and it leaves like a shadow stain on a mantle. Like the old school way was we'd let the mortar get hard in the wheelbarrow and then we'd bang it out the next day. And that was like the old school way of doing things. It was like, let it get hard and then deal with it later. When I was a little kid, that's what we were taught. And then we learned that that's not necessarily good because things leave shadows. And so being really mindful of that.
If a person is doing a home renovation project, a do-it-yourself home renovation project, should they have a, what did you call it, a shop vac? Should they have that from the beginning of the project, or is that something that they can buy after the project is complete?
Number one thing I'd have before you start. I know that because you knock things over. So you have your shop vac ready. If you're painting, if you're sanding, things happen. One trick you can do is you can just leave the shop vac on and it'll circulate the air in the room. So if you seal off the room, if you put plastic in front of the door and there's no ventilation, you can just let it run and it'll capture that airborne dust and help clean the room. We've done that. Yeah, you can use it to just literally purify the air in the room. So if somebody has a mistake, which a lot of times, like sometimes when you're sanding and there's that pouch where the sand pulls in, if that slips off, or if you're painting and you knock over paint, the shop vac is your best friend because it allows you to clean things in a way that's not conventional. What I mean is, like, for example, if I spilled paint, the last thing you want to do is to start wiping it. With the shop vac, you can just come right in and suck up all that paint. And then you can use your paint stripper, apply it, and then suck up that residual kind of mix of the paint thinner and the paint. So yeah, shop vac on the job whenever you're working around dust or liquids is huge.
And that's a great tip. I didn't know you could suck up paint. That's a really interesting tip because my first thought would be if you suck up paint and then it dries inside your shop vac, then doesn't it ruin the shop vac? So tell us about how to clean your shop vac so that you can protect the equipment that you're using to protect your home.
Yeah. Typically what we do is we take out the bag and we take out the HEPA filter, and then that hose, it's corrugated. So like any paints or any type of like dust or slurry, if you've mixed water with any type of dust, basically collects in those corrugated rings. And so what I like to do is I'll take like a bucket and I'll take sand and I'll wet it. So it's like this slurry and I'll suck that up. And what that'll do is it'll like self clean. So I'll take a couple scoops of, or trowels usually when I'm on the job, and it could be regular play sand, and you mix it with water and you make the slurry. And if you run that through and it's really wet, you want it like 90% water, 10% sand. When you suck that up, it's basically like rinsing it, but with grit, and it'll clean out paints. It'll clean out, oh my gosh, drywall mud that's wet. It'll cement dust, any of those things. And you can kind of self clean your shop vac.
What a brilliant idea. Oh, that's good. Well, this has been so informative. Thank you so much. I've learned so much, and this is just really awesome. I'm going to leave links in the show notes as well where you can find Matt. And then if he has anything later on that he wants to add to this, or if he wants to drop back by and answer your questions, you guys will have a direct link to him there. Thanks again so much, Matt. I appreciate you guys joining in today. This was fun.
Thank you, Angela.